From Ticker News with Aaron Young, this is Ticker Today.
I'm Aaron Young. On Ticker Today, the Federal Reserve is currently in a tight spot as it grapples with whether to prioritise rising inflation or increasing unemployment. Fed Chair Jerome Powell highlighting concerns that heightened tariffs could lead to inflation surges and slower economic growth. While the central bank is not rushing in to cut interest rates yet, expectations are growing they may do so later this year amidst market volatility. President Trump continues to pressure Powell to lower the rates despite the risks associated with such moves. Here is the Fed chair.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite heightened uncertainty, the economy is still in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer-run objective. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged. The risks of higher unemployment and higher inflation appear to have risen, and we believe that the current stance of monetary policy leaves us well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments.
Tensions have soared between India and Pakistan following a series of missile strikes in a conflict that marks the most severe clashes in over 20 years. India attacked 9 sites it claims were linked to terrorist activities, responding to a deadly assault that killed 26 Hindu tourists last month. In retaliation, Pakistan declared it had downed 5 Indian aircraft and pledged to respond with precision strikes aimed solely at military targets. As both nations exchanged heavy fire across the borders, concerns of a larger military confrontation have escalated. Amid the turmoil, international calls for restraint have now intensified as both countries brace for the potential for further violence. In an historic moment at the Vatican, black smoke rose from the Sistine Chapel chimney, indicating that no pope was elected during the first vote of the conclave. Thousands of onlookers filled St. Peter's Square, eagerly awaiting news after a day steeped in tradition and prayer. The 133 cardinal electors locked away for private discussions are poised for multiple voting rounds in coming days, aiming for a decision by the end of the week. Cardinal Giovanni Battista Re urged voters to consider the greater good of the Church and humanity above personal interests. As the cardinals deliberate, the world watches closely for the next leader to guide the 1.4 billion strong Roman Catholic Church. The leader of the Greens in Australia, Adam Bandt, has lost his seat in Melbourne after a lengthy counting process. Labor's Sarah Whitty now projected to claim victory, marking a significant shift for the Greens party. Bandt, who was previously confident of retaining his seat, will now leave the Greens searching for a new leader. While the Greens hold on to some seats, including Ryan with Elizabeth Watson-Brown, the loss of Bandt and fellow MP Max Chandler-Mather raises questions about the party's future. The Dow soared higher, gaining 133 points amid fluctuating trade. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq experienced declines after the Fed Reserve announced steady interest rates. The Fed noted increasing risks of higher inflation and unemployment, casting doubts on the economic outlook impacting the recent tariff policies. Notably, Walt Disney's stock surged nearly 10% following strong quarterly results buoying the Dow. Tech shares suffered, with Alphabet dropping over 8%, reflecting a mixed day for the markets. For more, head to the Ticker website, tickernews.co.